Today we're going to take a look at some logical reasoning in order to help us solve problems. And the types of reasonings are inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning. It's just kind of the way that you think about things. Inductive or deductive. Now we're going to talk about what do those words mean. What does inductive reasoning mean? Well, I'm going to give you a story, an example. This is a house. And what happens in your house? You have what? You have rules, correct? Okay. Now the story I'm going to tell you is about myself. When I was 16, just got my driver's license, I get the car keys to the family car, and I'm going to go out. And I go out and I'm having a great time. You know, we're watching a movie maybe with friends or playing cards. And I come in, I gotta lose track of time, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I come in. And guess who's waiting for me when I walk in the front door? My father. And the look on his face was not okay. He was very upset. He says, "You were out way too late." And I'd say, "Okay, I'm sorry, Dad. You know, I won't be out this late again." So the next night, I think, okay, I'm going to go out, get the car keys, get the family car, get to go out. I'm going to come in, but I'm going to get home earlier tonight. I'm going to get home at midnight. So I come walking in the door at midnight, you know, after I've had a good time with my friends, playing cards again, and I look on his face, and he's mad again. He says, "You're out way too late." Okay, all right, I'll try not to do it again, Dad. I won't be out this late again, ever. So the next time out, and I come in, and I think, oh, I'll get in by 11 o'clock. Surely that'll be okay. Well, I get in, and guess what? He's sitting there. His face is not too happy. He says, "You are out way too late." Okay, I'm sorry, Dad. I won't let that happen again. I'll get in earlier. So finally, by that fourth night, I go out, and I say, I'm going to be home by 10 o'clock. So I go home, and I walk in the front door, and there's my dad sitting there. But he's got a smile on his face. He's sitting there just reading his newspaper, just as happy as can be. He says, "Nice to see you home on time." Okay, Dad, great. Guess what I figured out? I figured out what time I needed to be home. But it took me a lot of experiments in order to get there. Trial and error, didn't it? So that is the thinking of inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is I had to experiment to finally find out what the rule was. Whereas in deductive reasoning, it would have been a lot easier if you just would have told me you have to be in by 10 o'clock. And then I could have figured it out a lot sooner, and it would have saved me some time. So deductive reasoning means when you're given the rule, and then you just apply it. Okay, do you see the difference between the two? Inductive, I do kind of experiments, try to come up with that rule or that conclusion. And deductive is I'm given the rule, and I just apply it. Okay? That's the difference between inductive and deductive reasoning. When mathematics, sometimes you're given formulas, like the formula to find the area of a circle, the area of a rectangle. That is deductive reasoning. You are given a rule, and you're plugging in values and applying it. Wherefore, if it's inductive, you did all kinds of experiments to even get to what the rule was. You might have counted squares and boxes to find the area of rectangles. And then you come to the conclusion that you're going to take the base times the height to find the area. That would be inductive if you just counted little grids or took measurements and actually found the area. Okay? Any questions?